Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the new Borderlands 3 patch for September 26th of 2019. It says today we'll release an update for Borderlands 3 by or before 3 p.m. PDT that fixes a number of reported concerns. So for performance, PC only reduced the amount of texture streaming that was occurring when aiming down sights. They've addressed a reported concern where certain users with a lot of people in their friends list saw more frequent hitching, and implementing general stability improvements. So overall, to me, it sounds like PC quality and experience is going to be a lot better after this patch comes out. It might be a little bit less, framey and laggy. Unfortunately, I don't know if they've been able to fix that for consoles yet, but we'll see that farther down the patch list, because I am reading this for the first time as I'm making this video. I just saw it came out. So for general fixes and improvements, it says they've addressed reported issue where Kilovolt's shield storm attack does not disable the tiles around Kilovolt, resulting in the entire floor being activated. Oops. They've addressed a potential progression blocker in the mission Footsteps of Giants. I think that, was that the, I can't remember. That's the Malawan mission, I think on Skywell. It says they've addressed a reported issue where Guardian rank had the potential to become non-functional and or the player could potentially lose Guardian rank tokens into the negatives. I've had this happen to me a lot. Like, I would get 50 tokens at a time, and then I would use them, and then I would be negative 50 for the next, 50 levels, and I just couldn't progress, or I was, trying to regain the 50 that I had spent, so it's good to see they fixed that. They've modified vending machines so it will now sort items by rarity. That's actually super nice, so you don't have to, go to the bottom of the machine to find your, anointed purples and legendaries and whatever, if there is any in the machine at all. Console FOV is now set to 75 by default. This will not affect players who have already started the game. Okay, just minor patch improvements so far, nothing super important, but I did hear that there's going to be some substantial nerfs in this patch. Special prompts for particle text, TDR guns, critical, and immune are now properly localized, so I assume this means basically, if you shot an enemy or something, the critical would be, somewhere in the corner of your screen or something instead of where you actually shot the enemy. Good to see they fixed that. They've addressed a reported concern that certain players experienced where their vehicle's boost could continue into the next map. That I have never seen. That sounds hella fun and fucking strange, man. They've addressed a reported concern with the porcelain pipe bomb where it set off multiple explosions when colliding with objects. This grenade was never meant to explode multiple times. All enemies in the Borderlands universe are now safe from being instantly melted by radioactive poop. I will be honest, I'm a little bit sad. I was using this grenade to farm Graveward and shit like that, and doing the, what are they called? It's literally slipping my mind right now. Proving Grounds. I was using that in Proving Grounds and absolutely just instantly melting the final boss. I don't know. It's up to you guys whether you guys like the game being balanced or you prefer it broken. I think it's actually a good thing they fixed the pipe bomb, though, because people have been abusing it for the past, 2 weeks now, so good to see they're rolling out patches to make the game more balanced, I guess. So for UI fixes, they've adjusted the verbiage for the left stick and right stick inside the Russian localized version of the control options screen. Can't say that affects me too much, but if you're in Russia, it's good to know they're fixing your guys' stuff too. They've addressed a reported issue where certain users experienced a failure of the audio to play when spending skill points in the UI. I have experienced that on Xbox. I don't know about you guys, but it happens pretty frequently. We also have a bug where, when you spawn in a holo wheel, the actual holographic thing won't show, so it looks like you're just driving or floating on a metal wheel, I don't know, or the vehicle audio will just glitch out, so we'll have to see if they fix that for the console player. The text is now correctly marked invalid when you enter an invalid email address into the Shift account creation page. I assume this just means that it's not going to let people, I don't even know what that means, to be honest. The text is now correctly marked invalid. Okay, I guess it just wasn't showing people that it didn't work. I assume people got frustrated because it just wouldn't let them get into their accounts, so that's handy. They've addressed a reported issue where the item of the day item card would flash briefly before displaying on vending machines. That happens to me all the time on console because when you first spawn into the game, like I said, I was farming Graveward and I would have that just appear on my screen and it would just drop my frames. I don't know if that's happened to anyone else, but Man, if you saw my streams, dude, the frameage can drop so low on consoles. They've addressed a reported concern that certain players were served an unread mail icon when they didn't have mail to read. You know, just light fixes, patches so far. Nothing too big besides the grenade, to be honest. Iron Bear button prompts will now correctly update if you rebind your controls. I just guess that's that. I can't say that's affected me in any way whatsoever. They've modified various features and elements of Crazy Earl's store. So I wonder if this means they've actually like updated the clothing stuff or the cosmetics. I'll have to go in and check that. They've addressed a reported issue where subtitles wouldn't display until after the initial cutscene. I've had this happen to me. It happens mainly when I'm in other people's games, but I'm glad to see it's fixed because that shit was so annoying, especially if you're trying to, like listen to the story. They've addressed an issue experienced by certain players that social notifications would become stuck on screen. The first time I played through on my flat character, I had a friend who was farming Graveward to get to level 50. Dude, it stuck on my screen for the whole playthrough. Glad to see it's fixed finally. They've addressed a player concern that certain item preview images were failing to load inside the player bank. Again, this has happened to me all the time on console. It's really scary when you're grabbing things out of your vault that you want to sell and you accidentally grab the wrong item. I guess, before you sell it, but still, it's kind of a hassle trying to guess where your items were in your vault. So again, very glad to see that got fixed. This is a PC only patch. It looks like. It says they've addressed an issue reported by certain PC players where the focus from the mouse's last known location was sticking around even when playing with a gamepad. I actually don't know what that is. I assume it's laptop, right? It's the little pad thing, the mouse thing. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. They've addressed an issue reported by certain players where the cursor would snap to an unintended location in the UI. I have not had this happen before. Thank God. That sounds awful. Split screen and online multiplayer. This is going to be the important part for me because I play a lot of multiplayer with my friends and stuff like that. So it looks like they've addressed a concern reported by certain players that the dialogue volume faded too low before switching to echo audio during split screen gameplay. Haven't played any split screen, so I can't say I've experienced that, but hopefully for you couch co-op guys, this ends up helping your experience a little bit. It says they've addressed a concern reported by certain players that sounds were quiet or missing from the second split screen player if they move too far from player one. I've also not had this happen. As I said before, I don't play split screen, but again, hopefully it helps you couch co-op players a little bit and it makes your experience a little bit better. They've addressed a concern reported by certain players that 3-player groups were having trouble matchmaking with an additional solo player. This has happened to me so much when I'm playing with my dad and my brother and we're looking for one more person for Proving Grounds. Oh my god, dude, it can take literally 30 minutes to find another player. Also, as a side note, guys, if you're watching this video, I've been trying to get Vermivorous to spawn for a good 5 hours in game time and I haven't gotten him to spawn. The super badass that spawns there will glitch into the ceiling instead of going to the door, and I don't know if there's ultimate or supreme badass Farkids, so you guys will have to let me know. If it is a bug, I really hope it gets fixed soon because I want to get world first Vermivorous kill. They've addressed a reported concerned addressed a reported concerned experience by certain players that in split screen, one player's sprinting animation would be interrupted by another player opening the echo menu. That sounds terrible. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it just sounds really annoying. So I'm glad to see it's fixed again for you couch co-op players. I hope you guys are having a little bit better experience. It's good to see that they're actually focusing on making the split screen better because I heard it was pretty bad. They've addressed a concern reported by certain players that in split screen, where one player's aiming down sights could be interrupted by the other player opening the echo menu. Again, it's great to hear they're improving split screen. I heard people were really angry about that, so it's good that it's getting fixed. They've addressed a handful of reported client replication issues. They've addressed Tina's pizza bomb so it displays correctly for clients. They've modified certain audio elements that were reportedly looping for clients, and they've addressed a reported player concern so the Guardian skill Dead Man's Hand now functions properly. I don't think I have Dead Man's Hand, but I'm glad to see it got fixed before I started using it. I actually don't even recall what that perk does, but you want your Guardian perks to work because some of them are actually really handy. Player icons are now pinned to the side of the minimap when playing in any kind of multiplayer. That's actually kind of nice. You can actually like see who's in your game, I guess. I think that's actually, I don't even know what that means, but hey, if it's convenient, it's convenient. This update contains the first batch of performance fixes. It's far from exhaustive, but we wanted to address issues and concerns with changes that were ready and tested out as soon as possible, while the team continues active investigation and work on additional performance improvements for upcoming patches. It is really good to see Gearbox is patching their game so quickly. It's only been out for a week or two now, and it's nice to see, like I said, there's been several like server-side updates and everything just to make the game run smoother, but it's super nice having actual updates to the game to make everything go smoother, because like, believe it or not, audio glitches are kind of annoying. You know, all those split screen errors seem super annoying, so I'm glad I don't play split screen, but again, hopefully it makes your guys' lives all that much easier. If you've noticed a potential concern that has affected you that is not addressed in this update, please send us your data. Many factors are at work, and collecting info from a variety of folks can go a long way to help us find commonalities, identify the root cause, and address confirmed issues. Again, it's great. If you guys need to reach out to Gearbox, reach out to their support at 2k.com, and hopefully they can get that patched out for you. Again, it's really nice to see like a AAA company actually trying to make their game better, because a lot of companies just leave their games out to die. Destiny. But yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the update video for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscription down below. If you guys want more patch updates and stuff like that in video form, be sure to leave a comment down below telling me that you want more, because I enjoy looking at what's been fixed and what's more broken now. Again, thank you guys so much for the support from the past couple of videos. You guys have been absolutely immense, insane. So thank you guys again. Be sure to join the Discord down below if you guys have anything you want to send me for my legendary guides or just weapons in general, shields, artifacts, anything. Be sure to send it to me, guys. I love you. Thank you for your support. Have a good day, and peace.